Hari Om dear children, good morning to all. So welcome to today's English class. So hope you are all happy. Before moving on to our class, I am telling something about the COVID protocols. You all are aware about that, but then also it is my duty to tell it. Okay, so be safe always. Don't go outside unnecessarily. Wash your hands frequently. Use sanitizers. Also use soap whenever you are washing your hands. Okay, keep social distancing. Anyway, nowadays this COVID is number of COVID patients is decreasing. Then also we have to take the safety measures. Yes, for ourselves, for staying healthy. Okay, so hope you will do it. Moving on to Swamiji's cards. Remember, even this will pass away. What do you mean by that? Remember means, yes, you have to remember, Okra, even this will pass away, even this situation. Whether you are happy, yes, this will pass away, and you will be, yes, sad one day. And if you are sad today, even this will pass away, and yes, you will be very happy and you will be pleasant. Okay. So the moral is that if you have any problems or any issues you are facing now, it will surely pass away, and yes, something good will be something good will happen. Okay, so always hope for the best, always do good things. Okay, so moving on to today's chapter. Today actually we are going to learn a new chapter from your supplementary textbook, that is An Alien Hand. Okay, in that textbook we are going to learn the first lesson, that is A Tiny Teacher. Okay, you can see this is the textbook, this is your supplementary textbook, and we are beginning the new chapter, the first chapter from this textbook, that is A Tiny Teacher. Okay, listen, actually even the very small things, small insects in this universe, even the very small object in this universe can teach us many things, isn't it? Yes, we can learn many things from each and every object, each and every insect from this universe, isn't it? Yes, so today we are going to learn about ant, urumbu. Okay, this lesson is based on ant, and here through this lesson we can understand that yes, ant is also a good teacher who teaches us many things. Okay, so let's see. Okay, take your textbook. Chapter 1, The Tiny Teacher. Though so very small, the ant is unbelievably intelligent and hardworking. Among the various kinds, the commonest ant is black or red. Ants live in comfortable homes called ant hills. Listen, though very small, we all know that ants are very small. Even though they are small, yes, the most hardworking creature, most hardworking insect in this universe is ant. Okay, it is very hardworking and also it is very intelligent. Among the various kinds, the commonest ant is black or red. Usually the ants that we are seeing daily in our daily life are black colored ants or red colored ants. Ants live in, yes, their homes, their own homes, named as ant hills. Okay, moving on to the lesson. Name the smallest insect you have seen and the wisest. Is it the fly? No, it isn't. Is it the mosquito? No, not the mosquito. Then it must be the worm. No, none of this. It is the ant, the commonest, the smallest, but the wisest insect. The story of an ant's life sounds almost untrue, but people have kept ants as pets and have watched their daily behavior closely. So we know a number of facts about this tiny, hardworking and intelligent creature. Okay, so first paragraph. Name the smallest insect that you have seen and the wisest. Listen, you have to name, yes, the smallest insect that you have seen. Obviously, we will say the smallest insect means, yes, somebody will say mosquito, then Some others will say lice. What is lice? Pin. Yes, it is also the smallest creature. Then ants. But actually the most important point is given. Name the creature that is the smallest, also wisest. Wisest means yes, insect with more intelligence, isn't it? Is it the fly? Is it the fly that have more intelligence? No, it isn't. Is it the mosquito? Then is it the mosquito that have that is more wiser? No, no, not the mosquito. Then it must be worm. No, not the worm. It is the ant. So here comes the answer. The most smallest and the wisest creature is ant. The story of an ant's life sounds almost untrue. Here, listen, actually, if we are going more in detail about ant's life, it sounds untrue. Sounds means it appear. Okay. It will appear untrue. നമ്മൾ ആൻസിന്റെ ലൈഫ് എടുത്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ it will be really feel like untrue. Okay. സത്യമല്ലാത്ത കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് കൂടുതലും എന്ന് നമുക്ക് തോന്നും. But people have kept ants as pets and have watched their daily behavior closely. But listen, in ancient days, people have kept ants as their pets. You all know about pets, isn't it? Yes. Many people will have a dog, cat, birds, etc. as their pets. But this is actually an unfamiliar thing. That is, in ancient days, people used to keep ants as their pets. And from that we came to understand about the behavior of ants. Okay. The people who have kept these ants as pets will watch, yes, the daily behavior of ants. Usually it happens, isn't it? If we are keeping a dog as pet in our home, yes, we know the daily routine of our dog. We will watch the daily behavior of the dog. Like the same way, the ancient people who kept ants as pet will watched, yes, the daily behavior of ants. So we know a number of facts about this tiny, hardworking and intelligent creature. Thus, people came to understand more about ants, that they are intelligent, they are also hardworking, tiny creature. Okay. Okay, so moving on to the next stanza. An ant uses its feelers or antennae to talk to other ants by passing messages through them. Watch a row of ants moving up or down the wall. Each ant greets all the others coming from the opposite direction by touching their feelers. An ant uses its feelers or antennae to talk to each other ants by passing messages through them. Listen, when you watch an ant, when you observe an ant, you can see there are two feelers attached to its head. Okay, that is actually feelers or antennas. Okay, so with the help of these feelers or antennas, they used to, yes, transfer or transmit signals, or they used to communicate. Okay, if like we communicate each other, ants communicate to other ants with the help of this feelers or antenna. Okay, so an ant uses its feelers or antenna to talk to other ants by passing messages through them. So in their own languages. That means ants don't talk, that we know, but yes, like through the usual way that they are communicating, they use feelers or antenna to communicate to other ants. Watch a row of ants moving up or down the wall. Listen, you observed it, you already watched it, I know, that we usually see many ants coming through the wall or in our floor like a line, coming in a line. Isn't it? One by one after the other, they will come in a line, and each ant greets all the others coming from the opposite direction by touching their feelers. Listen, if one ant is coming through the to one direction and other is coming to the opposite direction, if you observe, you can see that both the ants will spend, yes, a few minutes together, isn't it? Not even a few minutes, even a few seconds together, isn't it? They are actually communicating each other at that time when they meet through this feeler feelers or antenna. Clear? Okay. Once again reading that page. Name the smallest insect you have seen and the wisest. Is it the fly? No, it isn't. Is it the mosquito? No, not the mosquito. Then it must be the worm. No, none of this. It is the ant, the commonest. Commonest means, yes, the common thing. The smallest but the wisest insect. The story of an ant's life sounds almost untrue. Sounds here means appear. Okay. But people have kept ants as pets and have watched their daily behavior closely. So we know a number of facts about this tiny, hardworking and intelligent creature. So from this, that is the ancient people used to keep ants as pet, and from that days onwards, we can understand. We learned many things about the ants, that they are hardworking and intelligent tiny creature. Okay. An ant uses its feelers or antennae to talk to each other. Ants by passing messages through them. Watch a row of ants moving up or down the wall. Each ant greets all the others coming from the opposite direction by touching their feelers. Okay. In the second paragraph, it is said that the ants have feelers or antennas. They have two feelers or antennas, and with the help of these feelers, this ant communicates with others. Understood? Okay, moving on to the next page. There are many kinds of ants. The commonest among them are black or red ones. We have seen them since we were children, but haven't paid enough attention to them. Where do they live? In their comfortable homes called nests or ant hills. Each has hundreds of little rooms and passages. In some of these rooms, the queen ant lays eggs. Others are nurseries for the young ones called grubs. Listen, we know that there are many kinds of ants. Listen, when you watch the Discovery or Geography channel, you can see, yes, many kinds of creatures are there that we didn't know. Listen, so in the case of ants also, there are a number of kinds of ants. But the commonest among them are the black or red ones. But usually we people used to see only two kinds of ants, that is black ones or red ones. We have seen them since we were children, but haven't paid enough attention to them. Actually, yes, from our childhood days onwards, we are watching this ants, but here it is said that we haven't paid enough attention to them. Is it true? Actually, in my case, I think it is not true. Actually, in my childhood days, I used to go behind this ants to find where did they live. Okay, so from that day onwards, actually, I came to understand that yes, they are talking each other, isn't it? They are talking each other. They are living in a place where all ants are coming in a group. Okay, so here also we can see that this ants, you can see the pictures there. These ants are coming line by line, and with their feelers or with the antenna, they talk each other. And one more thing is there. Where do they live? Where do actually they live? In their comfortable homes. We people all are living in our own comfortable homes. Even the birds, even the other animals, everything, every creatures, every living organisms have their comfortable homes to live in. Like the same way, ants also have comfortable homes to live in, and the comfortable homes of ants are known as nests or ant hills. Okay, each has hundreds of little rooms and passages. Listen, even though this ant hill or the nest is very small, it have hundreds of rooms and passages. Passages means ways, vadi. Okay, 100 കണക്കിന് റൂംസും 100 കണക്കിന് വഴികളുമാണ് ഈ ചെറിയ ant hillil ഉള്ളത്. Okay, it has hundreds of little rooms and passages. In some of those rooms, the queen ant lays eggs. Each category of ants have each rooms to live in. Okay, so here it is described that, it is explained that some of these rooms the queen ant lays eggs. Okay, actually the lady ants are laying eggs. So here also in particular rooms, in several certain rooms, queen ants will get in and lay eggs. Others are nurseries for the young ones. Listen, as we have said earlier, hundreds of rooms are there. So in some rooms the queen ants, not the queen eggs, queen ants will lay eggs. And other rooms, not all other rooms, some other rooms will be nurseries where the young ones are kept, young ants are kept. Okay, so these nurseries are called grubs. Okay, these nurseries are called grubs. Listen, the comfortable homes of ants are known as nests or ant hills. Also, the nurseries where the young ants are kept are known as grubs. Workers have their reserved quarters. They spend most of their time searching for food. Some rooms serve as storehouse for this food. Soldiers have separate barracks. No worker has ever tried to live in a soldier's house. No soldier has ever gone out for searching for food. No worker or soldier or cleaner has ever harmed a grub. So you see, an ant's life is very peaceful. Each does its share of work intelligently and bravely, and never fights with other members of the group. So listen, as I already said, each members have their own rooms, and also each members have their own particular duties to do. Okay, so here workers have their reserved quarters. Reserved quarters means separate quarters. Here workers are living in separate rooms or separate quarters. They spend most of their time searching for food. So here for all the other members, food is brought by our workers in ant section. Okay, so the workers of ant, the ant workers are usually bringing the food for all members of ant hill, and they spend most of their time in searching for food. Some rooms serve as storehouses for food. Listen, we all know that ants usually store food, isn't it? So these rooms in the ant hills, most of the rooms in the ant hills are used as storehouses where those workers bring food and store in storehouses. Soldiers have separate barracks. Barracks means rooms. Okay, thus soldiers have also separate rooms in the ant hills. No worker has ever tried to live in soldier's house. Listen, workers are always living in their own rooms. No workers have the right to live in soldier's house, and they never ever tried to get in the soldier's room. No soldier has ever gone out for searching for food. So the rule is the rule. No soldier has ever tried to go outside to search food. For searching the food, the duty of searching the food is to the workers. No worker or soldier or cleaner has ever harmed a grub. Listen, grub means the young one. Okay, grubs means the place where young ones are kept. So, no worker, no soldier or no cleaner has ever tried to disturb or attack a grub. So, you can see an ant's life is very peaceful. Listen, everyone have each and every particular duties to do. They are not harming others. They are doing their own duties, and also they are very hardworking, isn't it? So listen, their life will be very much peaceful, and each does its share of work intelligently and bravely and never fights with other members of the group. Listen, one more thing is there. They are doing their work within the time, also peacefully, also intelligently. They are not trying to fight with others who are living in this ant hill. Understood? So actually this lesson teaches us a very important thing, that be like ants. Yes, we should be hardworking, at the same time we should be intelligent, and don't harm others. Always do your duties on time. Okay. So hope you understood this lesson.